So you saw just now this excerpt from another BBC TV series, which was done by art critic called John Berger. He wrote first a book, which is called The Way of Seeing, and then the BBC asked him to do this as a small TV series. What I was fascinated because the very, very first image is that you see him cutting out the canvas out of his frame, and you have a shock. You say, my God, what is this guy doing? And in fact, of course, it was a reproduction, and he afterwards, it's basically all about the importance of reproduction and what they do on us and are they good or not compared to an original and everything. So it's a fascinating thing, which brings me back to what I'm doing, which is that I am showing reproductions of the artwork. And so it also comes back to other people which did influence me, like André Malraux, who wrote this wonderful book called Musée Imaginaire, Imaginary Museum, where it's also about the appropriation of reproductions, in fact, of works of art. He did claim at the time that we don't need, in fact, to own a work of art. We can just be associated to a work of art by its, a postcard or a poster or whatever. And there is a wonderful photography which was done by Paris Match in the 60s, where you see André Malraux lying down on the floor of his living room, surrounded by all these paper clips of photographies that he took out of magazine and saying, this is my museum, this is my imaginary museum. So this is also these things which did influence me a lot in terms of icons and how to collect icons. And Berger, when he talks about reproduction and all, we can talk about hours about reproduction, because it starts also with Walter Benjamin when he talks about in the 30s that, in fact, reproduction, we lose the aura of original work of art, which is true. But nevertheless, we can share the reproduction with everybody. And this is really, really the aim of Ikono. And this is why we didn't add music, because we wanted to completely focus on the art and not be distracted by a music which would influence the work like you just saw in that excerpt. Now there is another film that I want to share with you, which is going to show you two aspects, in fact, also of my work.